Hi, welcome everybody. How are we all doing today? Hope we are good. Hope we are good. The moment you've been waiting for is here. We are about to go live. So if you're just joining us, please can you drop your name and where you're joining us from in the chat box? Please, we'll be using most of the chat box today. So just tell us where you're joining us from. I'm Victor Emmanuel. I'm your host for today, and I'm joining from LA. But one LA is not the Las Vegas LA. It's the Lagos State, Nigeria. So I want to know where you're joining us from. Okay, so Emmanuel from Lagos. Very simple. Please, if you're just joining, let me know you. Okay, let me know you. Why we just give everybody about 5 or 10 minutes before we start fully. We're all here, we're all curious, we're trying to grow our social media presence. But the real question now is, we don't know if we're doing it right or wrong. So we are in today's webinar to know how we're going to do it right so we don't burn out. Okay, everybody. Okay, thanks Ambassador from Abuja. Thank you for joining us. Officially, it's going to be the first time we'll be going live on YouTube from Confrontech Africa. So let's just give everybody about 5 minutes, then we go start. We could start properly. Okay, so if you're just joining us, please use the chat box where you're joining us from. We have Ambassador for. So if you're just joining. All right. We have 6 people in this live, and I'm only seeing Ambassador. Please, let's use the chat box so I could get to know. So that I'm more or less like a new marketer, and then this law I love practicing a lot. I feed off your energy. Okay, so it is the energy you're giving, I give back, and I want to make this as lively as possible. So if I'm getting a ball momentum, automatically this webinar is going to be boring, and it's something that we've been planning for months. And I assure you, it's something that's going to be very, very, very valuable. Okay, but like I said, there are so many laws who are guiding this universe as a whole, and whether I like it or not, I'll give it very easy. If you're asked to jump, you jump because you know definitely you're going to come down. So there's also laws so that we feed off our energy. So if we really want to make this really fun and engaging and interacting, I would want everybody to do the same. So please, if you're just joining us, I am Victor Emmanuel from Lagos, Nigeria. Please, I want to know where you're joining from. Alright, so we have less than 2 minutes. We officially kick off once it's 5:06. So we kick off once it's 5:06. Okay. Alright. We have 1 minute more. Come on, we have us people joining. How to grow your visibility on social media. Most importantly, the smart way. You know, most people are asking the question back to back. Oh, what do you mean the smart way? Like, I want to know, what do you mean? Do you mean you can actually grow your social media platform the wrong way? Does it really mean we've been doing it like, what do you mean by the smart way? And or like, if you want to really know, join the webinar. So we'll be unpacking a lot of things on how to grow this webinar. Okay, so officially we are starting. So but before we also proceed I would like to know, what's your takeaway for this webinar? What are your expectations for the webinar? Please can you use the chat box and let me know. Okay, what are you expecting? Like I would say, like a friend of mine is telling me, oh, this webinar I want to really know, because I thought I've been doing fine, but this the right way, I want to know. So I want to know your expectations. What are your expectations for this event? What are your expectations? Can you use the chat box so we get to see? So while you're dropping the your expectation for the webinar, what you're expecting at large, and how you and what you're hoping to take away. So I would also want to say something too. Everything Like this thing I said, there's nothing new under the sun. Okay, you just get to fine tune it. But just like one of my mentors will also say, what is the opposite of knowledge? Most people say it's ignorance, but I would want to say it's illusion of knowledge. So for an ignorant person, oh, I don't know, it still spark curiosity in the person and say, oh, I want to know this thing, I don't know. Oh, okay, so this is how it is. But for someone who has an attack of illusion of knowledge, feels like, oh, I know this thing. And once you come to the assumptions of I know this thing, you are actually shutting down your neural pathways in learning new thing. Okay, so everything we're going to be taught today, it's something that yes, you might be hearing for the first time, yes, you know about this thing, but I want you to come in with an expected mind that okay, fine, I want to see. It may be one thing you may like to pick away, but by the time you come in with an illusion of knowledge, you feel like, oh yes. But if you come with an expected mind, you'll be leaving this webinar with a lot of insights on how to grow your social media presence. You know, most of the time, most people also, during the process of our campaign and awareness, we also throw light on what visibility really means. People think visibility is more about the numbers and every other thing, and we're forgetting the main purpose of what visibility is. So I'll be kickstarting now, but before we start, I would want us to know who is the host. For those of us joining us for the first time, those of us who are curious, who are like, oh, why is people hosting this webinar? Like, who are they? So we are Confirm Tech Africa, and what we do basically is we have startup and small business owners go through smart digital platform. Africa at large, we are like, I don't know, we're more or less like backward, but I won't say we are backward. But when it comes to leveraging tech and businesses, I'll give you in a nutshell. We have billions of businesses who are online and we don't even know they are visible. Okay, you still see it, and by the time we conducted our survey one time ago, before we said, okay, fine, let's come up with this webinar and actually show you guys how you could actually do this the smart way without burning out and without losing money. Okay, so many people feel like, oh, online presence is actually expensive. I don't know how it's going to go. Oh, getting this is this, managing consistency. Okay, Mr. Ambassador said, oh, just more knowledge on putting myself out there the right way to be really seen and appreciated. Yeah, that's one thing. You know, it can be so annoying. You wake up in the morning, you think, okay, fine, I want to post and everything, and you get to post, and then you feel like, oh, what am I not doing right? So we're going to be handling that. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Okay, so that's what we do basically. So we feel like at KTA, every business owner deserves a chance, and there's a big why, which we get to know at the end of the webinar. But this webinar is not about KTA as a whole, it's about everybody, because we feel like everybody needs to be online. Everybody needs to be online, and for those who are doing it online, they are doing it, I won't say the wrong way, but they're not doing it right, and that's why they're burning off. I'll give you a scenario. You come and you see a particular brand, boom, you'll be wondering, how did they start? Where did they come from? 3, 4, 2 months later, 3 months later, boom. By the time you check their post, you see their post. When last did they post? 4 months ago, 3 weeks ago. You'll be wondering the momentum they start with, and then before you know, they are psychology trauma. You know, when you're posting your engagement and every other thing, you feel like, oh, what's going on? So that's what we're treating today. So when next you are showing yourself after this webinar, you're showing up with clarity. Okay? So our vision, very simple, to become African leading digital growth partner, helping small business thrive and equip young talents with the skill and opportunity. We'll be explaining this deeper, but basically we have two visions. The first vision is helping business owners, no matter your business size. We want to be your good partner. Okay, Katie will go into an extent so if you want to bring something to life, the next thing you're going to think of is, oh wow, Confirm Tech Africa, because what? These people are not just there to just set the machine. Are your partner, you're partnering with your business, partnering with your vision, and make sure it impacts life. And then the second vision is we want to provide opportunity to a lot of young people who are coming into the tech industry and who wants to grow the right way. And our mission is to deliver simple, smart, and effective digital solution that drives visibility, trust, growth for African startup. You know, we have so many agencies, and most times, because I deal with small business owners a lot, so most of you tech people, what you guys want to do is, you just build the website and then you back off and you tell us if you have a website to make the money, we can make the money. And after having that website, 2 months, nothing. And by the time I call you, you'll be like, okay, this, that, you need to do that one and everything. So all of those stress, that's what I said, we are your growth partner. We're not just there saying, okay, fine, this is what you need to do, and then you run. So we'll be explaining that in another end. So we just want you guys to know who is hosting the secret. Okay, fine. this webinar, it's Confirm Tech Africa. This is what they're doing, so you get an idea to really see why we brought this pain up. Okay, and what drives us is in three frames. We empower growth through innovation. Okay, so you can see here, growth for small business owners, empowerment for African talent, and digital solution. These three are very, very connected. Very, very connected. So both business and individual, because everything these days now happen online. Okay, and if you don't know how to position yourself well, you might likely be having mental crisis. Oh, am I not doing this well? Or what's going on? So basically, KT is built to help you. There's a research that currently says online presence currently takes 60% of every business owner's and individual's problem. You have a skill, you need to be online and learn for people to know you. Okay, fine. How do I go online? I don't know. I'm a business owner. I'm dealing with my product. I have to still make people know about this product, and I do give this particular reference for RCCG. When we're having camp here, a lot of people go straight for the Christians, and when we have large gathering, most of people go to the RCCG camp for different reasons. But it's some market winning because this tell says wherever there's crowd, there's always a market for every one of us. And for this online presence, there's crowd. So automatically, regardless what you're selling, you have your audience. So it's just how do you position yourself so they said I like this thing attract, so your audience can get to see you and you get to make sales. That's what we're dealing in this webinar. So like I asked earlier, what do you want to learn from today is no bluff. Okay, all we're learning are proven strategy that works, and this is also backed up with neuroscience to make it very, very, very easy for you to go. Okay, so let's dive into the question. Like I said, why should you even care about social media in the first place? Like, why? I can remember 18 something, there's nothing like social media, and there are business people who still sell. I'll give you a particular product like Gary. For the Nigerians who are joining us, we have Gary. Whenever you see Gary people come online and then say, oh, come and buy our Gary. Whenever you see them post 3-4 times a week on social media and say, oh, this our Gary is very authentic. Or whenever you see a Gary ad, but still, Gary still sells. I was doing a deep research on this cube sugar, and I was like, their brand consistency and everything, and there are so many business owners who are kind of like not online, but they're doing fine. So that's most of us still feel like, oh, so tell me why? Because there's so many business owners still feel like, why social media? Even if you preach it, oh, you need to be, they'll tell you, oh, why? So we want to ask that question. So why should you be on social media? It's very, very simple. Your customers are online. Even these Gary people, if they decide to take social, like those branded Gary and stuff, if you look at it, they have social media. There's nothing you want to say. Your customers are online. Okay, and what's the second reason also too? Your competitors too are also online. So I have this 3 key framework that I use for personal life, whereby for personal and for business too. I do say there's nothing I want to do that someone has not done before. Even if no one has done it in this my area, and I'm finding it difficult to navigate who has done it, I go to scriptures. Okay, and I read histories and see people who have done it. Okay, find these people, this is how he or she actually achieved what I'm about to achieve. And all I do again, I look at people who try to do and fail, and I try to, because they're my competitors, and I try to look at from them. So same thing for business and individual. If you want to learn a tech skill, you're coming in the journey, you need to be online. So you see people who have been there already. How are they doing it? So if you're not online, how will you know? Okay, and also social media is a free real estate. It's free. You're not paying any subscription. So tell me why. Like, something is free. I trust my Nigerian people, we like upping through free stuff. And that's to everybody on social media because it's free, it's not costing them. So tell me, oh, because you feel like, oh, okay, I'm selling table water now. Why don't I use social media and do? How want to buy table water? But the question here is, it's free. You're not paying a dime. So tell me, why not be online? Okay, so not showing up means you're losing out. All the trends you have these days and everything you're seeing happens on social media. So you not showing up is more or less like you being in the for those of us who love I do call it fantasy movie, time travel and everything. So just imagine that you built a time travel machine and then you project yourself that you want to go into the past to feel how it's done, and you're with your iPhone 17 that just got released, and then the machine misfunctioned and then took you into 3025, And then you get there and you wonder, and the better you get to see they're using a different technology. So you see, you're like, what are you using? Like, yo, but this is like 10 years ago. What? So that's what you do when you tend to ask and say, oh, I don't use social media. So you're just like, wow. You're losing out, big time. Big time. So you need to be on social media. Okay, let's be real. How is social media life? Like, if I get to ask people now, okay, fine, let's make it. How is social media life? Use the chat box, let me know. How is social media life? I want to know. Okay, Mr. Ambassador that said he wants to do it the right way. What you're doing now, how is it now? How is social media life? Okay, so I make it very, very easy for us. Okay, oh, I'm just flying in, no plan, just vibe. That could be you. Or, oh, I post sometimes, but engagement is dead. Like, oh, bro, I post. Like, I post, but I don't get engagement. I don't know what's going on. Or you could be, oh, I know I should be doing more. I get this more often when I reach out to people and say, oh, come on, you need an online presence. And I'm like, yeah, well, I know. But, managing it, I know I should be doing more, but what exactly? I've set up the page, I've set up everything, but what exactly? Like, I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm active, but I want to go smarter and faster. Somebody's laughing. Like, yeah, I'm active, but I don't know, I feel like I'm not doing it right. So, which one are you? Is anyone again? Yeah, I think that's just the 4. Which one are you? Let me know. If you are 1, 2, 3, 4, just say 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are 1, 3, 4, if you're just 1, just let me know in the chat box. Which one are you? Okay, whether you're just beginning, they see the social media team will run and you will rough it. Just the vibe, we're posting, everybody's posting. Or you post sometimes, but no engagement is there, you know what's going on. Or, oh, I know I should be doing more, but what exactly? I don't know what to post. Which one are you? Oh, Mr. Ambassador said, it's averagely good, but not on all platforms though. I'm more active on Facebook. Yeah. Most of the time, you don't need necessarily to be everywhere. I'm explaining why. Okay? So, let's move in. Why are you stressed online? You know, some people after they get to create content and everything, you see their eye. I saw some content that they think, but it's not kind of cool because, and I see most people now trying to make it not content. When it comes to content creation, your brain, if I'm just principle, like our amygdala kicks in and like, no, what do I want to do? And so our brain is like naturally, our brain is designed to protect us. So anything that's going to stress you, the brain also works into to give you options. So by the time you want to like, what's going on? So why are you stressed online? So you're posting with no clear plan. That's the reason. The major reason why you're stressed is because you're posting without no clear plan. You just want to, there's someone who post here now, so they can't come here too. Or with the help of listening to you, just go put 1 or 2 and then bam, you post something. Second reason, you're not sure you're talking to. I would give you an instance now. Let's assume now you are selling. I'm trying to pick a very easy example. Yes, you are selling supplements because this is Nigeria. Most people joining life is Nigeria. Now, supplement is supposed to be an aid, and then you now go to the market. Yes, you would find, but just imagine meeting this the tomato woman in the roadside and saying, "Oh ma, come and buy the supplement. It's 500k. It will help you." And the number thought to come is, whenever chop a left now when they chop supplements, like which one is I do? I don't get. So that's one reason why you end up explaining. You get to explain the important and value. I made something in my post of recent about value and currency, where they say most of the time the reason why we, most of the time, just like, okay, let's do promo, let's give ourselves 50% discount. And I think that's okay, this discount thing people are doing, let me even try it out and see. And then I put out the experiment, 2 different locations, same services, and then the experience I got was so off. And as I tell you, most of the time it's not about the price, it's just that you're not speaking to the right person. And when you're not speaking to the right person, you get to explain. Just imagine you trying to solve calculus to a primary 2. Yeah, you're explaining calculus for those of us who are like in the science field. You're trying to explain calculus to a primary 2 student, and you're like, oh, fine. When you want to differentiate, the ds is equals to, and also even make matter worse, the guy is like, Uncle, it's just 2 plus 2. I know now. That's how it is. Okay. Now the third one is you are overwhelmed by platform and trends. Today, especially those also on TikTok, they'll train hand like this. Before you know, boom, you also want to do. Okay? Instead of tell you about, okay, fine, everybody are going live, and you also too want to go. What works for you may likely not work for you. Okay, so things can be overwhelming sometimes. You're on Facebook, IG, TikTok, LinkedIn, everywhere, and you're trying to like match up with the trends and everything. Come on, you will break. Like I said, your entire body system is designed to protect you. So by the time you're already stressing it, you're already hitting panic mode. And once you hit that panic mode, forget it. There's nothing you want to do. Your body will work against you. Okay? So that's and the first reason is you're trying to do too much alone. Most of you guys are like, oh, I feel one, I know worry. With the help, as well as those of us who are Christian, like with the help of the Holy Spirit, I can do all things to Christ to strengthen me. But most of the time, one of my preachers will say, oh yes, you can do all things, but not everything. You can delegate some things. You don't have to do everything on your own. Okay? The root cause, no strategy. Because if I'm being honest, if you are strategic, you answer number one. Okay, fine. The smart goal kick in. Clear plan. Okay, what am I talking to? My target audience and everything. Everything will kick in. So if you are strategic enough, you won't be stressed. Okay? So you don't need to be everywhere. Just be strategic. That's the main truth. Some people feel like, oh, well, I have to be, I don't know where my target audience are, so I have to be everywhere and then. But yes, there's a truth in it. But if you look at it deep, do you really have to be everywhere? Don't worry, you see now, before the know, you know that it's true enough to be everywhere. Oh. Facebook, these are the audience, these are the audience and everything, and then you are good to go. Okay, you are good to go. Now, 3 things to get clear on before even talking about social media first. What are those 3 things to get clear on? Who are you talking to? That's the first thing. I do tell every youngster, I pick interest in grooming young people working in tech, especially those who are building something. I do tell them, if you're doing anything about tech that has to do with a third party, please, you could just minus yourself out and ask yourself this question: this thing I'm building, this thing I want to do, who wants to use it? But that's the problem. Most of the time, we don't look at the people. We tend to like, okay, let me do it this way because it's easy for me. But the major question is this. Yes, you might likely want to watch it. I have a friend who was an actor who tell me, oh, I don't watch my movies. And I'm like, why? He said, because I see myself speaking. But that does not mean you don't have to act well. But when you know who you are talking to, okay, then you know, okay, fine, these are people are talking. Then in this market, there's this big term, which is a persona. You create a buyer persona. But make it so very, very easy. You create your ideal customer. And I do give a very experiment. Those who are into sales, that's why I like Igbo people. Sometimes I wish I'm an Igbo person. You see, even if you see the way they handle their sales, they've kind of profiled their customer. Like, this one, normal, if I give her this table water, for sure, he may likely want to buy it for 5H. So, but how do I actually put this for him to buy it for that 5H? Oh, these people, they need it to, but how did it go? So it's actually kind of, you need to know who you want to talk to. Okay, I'm into real estate. How much will it cost? Okay, fine. My product goes for 1 million and above. Okay, fine. Who are these people who can conveniently give me 1 million naira? Bam. Okay, fine. They have to be from corporate entity, earning close to about 3 million naira a month. So a year, if you multiply, that's close to almost 30 million. I'm just giving a rough idea. And okay, fine. So automatically it is. The second thing again, okay, fine. What's other people who may likely not afford immediately, but if I get to show them again, they'll be like, so you doing that, you're not okay, fine. By the time I have all the idea of okay, fine, 2-3 buyer persona that okay, these are the people I want to sell to, then you don't know, okay, fine, what do they like? What interests them? And the rest. So you need to know who you are talking to. You don't just I want to shoot content, I want to be on social media and bam, just create articles and everything. What if your ideal customer are people who don't like much word? Your ideal customer are people who prefer video and they're just posting an article, you talk to motivational speaker online, and I'm wondering, oh, what's going on? Like, just like people like, what's going on here? I'm posting, what's going on? And you need to know, because it's not kind of like about it's about them. Okay, now what's the second one? What do you need them to do? Most of the time, we'd like to look at it that, okay, I want to post that, but what do you want them to do? You're creating the awareness, okay, fine. What's the end result of the awareness? From awareness, you're moving it to, okay, fine. Engagement. Okay, they get to like, comment and everything. Okay, fine. Come engage what you want. Okay, well, these people engage automatically is interested. You're gathering your leads. Then for them, you're building them. Okay, fine. But you need to create a customer journey. Okay, you pre-plan. You activate Jeremiah 29:11 in your customer's life. You know the plan you have for them. I know it's thought of good. So what's that thought of good? I want them to buy my product. Okay, fine. How do you want them to buy the product? You create the awareness. Okay, you want them to engage. So from there, people that engage, okay, fine, so engage. Look at the people, okay, fine. Then what? You create an offer and push. But most of the time, we don't know what we want them to do. And when you don't have that first one, and then you don't have the second one, come on. The third one is like, and most of the time, you need to work with the three. And what's the third one exactly? Where are they hanging out? See, these three goes hand in hand. You don't have to be everywhere. There's some products that are exclusive. There's some products that are exclusive that if you could just know where they are hanging out, forget it, you have to be everywhere. Oh, okay, fine. Basically, let me use Kitty as an example. We work with business owners and startup founders because of our vision. So basically, we realized, okay, fine, LinkedIn might likely be our goal. And then look at it, all our energy on LinkedIn. They will say, okay, fine, based on the fact that lifestyle and the rest, which we're breaking down each platform one by one. But you need to know where they are hanging out. Sometimes, I know some people are like, oh, this thing is true. But calm down, don't worry, you're not going too far. Okay, you're not in the middle of the ocean yet. So Katie is going to pull you up, pull out of that thing, and you will get clear. Okay, now let's talk about platform. You'll not be like, why are you hanging out? And I'll show you like, okay. Because most of the time, most people feel like, oh, I have to be everywhere. Like, you don't need to be everywhere to win. And this part, a popular page listed say is, don't be everything person they do, man, you guys do. You know what works for you, and then you build on it. Okay, so try to show up on every app will burn you out, like big time. Instead, choose one or two platforms. If you're on Facebook, so I know of a company, a radio station who is everywhere, and I'm like, how are you guys doing it? They're like, come on. They're everywhere, but two people handling this platform too. But we are just starting up, that cannot hire. And I could know how overwhelming it is. They're on Tinder, they're on Facebook. List the social media platform that you know, they're everywhere. But they're not it's not managed by one person. But we are starting up, because it's just me now. How do I want to do it? You just pick 1, 2 platform, and then you are good to go. Okay? And what are those things you should know for you to pick? Where your audience spend their time. Where does your audience spend their time? Okay? Then second one, what kind of content you can create consistently? Now most of the time, oh, Victor, what do you mean by consistently? Like, I'm lost. Does it mean I have to post it every day? Well, yes, no. Okay, but just get a particular principle that you know, okay, this one, no, I can follow it to the end. That's what consistency is. It's not about posting every day. Sometimes you may post every day and you end up confusing your audience. Today, you post article. Tomorrow, you post this one. Next tomorrow, you jump on one trend. The next tomorrow, I don't know, what's this? So you end up confusing them. So just pick, okay, fine. This one, you build on it, and then you test one, and then you go. What feels natural to your brand style? Okay, I do tell most people, before you even think of social media, you need to be, okay, fine. The mission of my company, okay, fine, this is who we're speaking with, this is what we want to achieve. Okay, fine, how do you feel natural? Okay, for maybe I mean, this is more or less like lifestyle. Okay, fine, lifestyle, what sort of lifestyle? Is it exotic? Is my product exclusive? Is it marketing VIP, or is it VIP and every other thing? You need to know what works for your brand to make things easy, so you don't have to burn out. Okay, now each platform has its own vibe. Like you can see with our image here, you can see different. LinkedIn, innovation, corporate and every other thing, which we'll be touching them one by one. Okay, now we are focusing on 4 platforms, like I said, because we have over 100 platforms. If over 100 platforms, but for Nigeria as a whole, they are training platform that everybody knows and feels like, oh, I'm doing this, but God Almighty, I don't know how it's going to go. So we're talking about 4 platforms today. And we're looking at Instagram, we'll be looking at X, which is formerly known as Twitter, we'll be looking at LinkedIn, and we'll be looking at Facebook. So we're looking at these 4 platforms, everything you need to know about them. So you get to know, okay, fine, okay, me that I'm on Facebook now. So, oh, so this is how Facebook work, this is how LinkedIn work, this is how X work, this is how Instagram work. Okay, so looking at this four platform for today, you can build on it. You don't have to be, in fact, you don't have to be in all these four. Okay, so this platform offers, like I said, the four platform. You wondering, why four platform? Why is TikTok not here? Why? So these four platforms are widely Nigerian user base. Okay, and when it comes to the organic and paid goods, you don't have to like invest heavily. When it comes, the only thing you need to invest more is your time. Okay, and they have simple tools for content creation and audience targeting. Very, very simple. And it's highly relevant whether you sell product or services. It's not like X TikTok that it's still new. Okay, fine. I want to say I want to move. I want to say it's going to go. But this four is very, very easy to understand. Very, very easy to use. There was not, I think I would want to resume that position. And somebody DM me for Switzerland and said, "Oh, Feb, I want to teach me how to use social media." And I was like, "In this era, social media, okay, fine, no problem." And she was like, "Hey, she's having difficulties and everything." I said, "Oh, it's because of clarity. Once you know this platform is for this one, this is how to use this platform, you're good to go." Okay, so we're talking about Facebook. Facebook first. Facebook is still one of the most powerful platforms for local visibility. Everybody, okay, that's why I said everybody's. So like, I'm not on Facebook, and I was like, majority guys the vote, but I would say generally everybody is on Facebook. Every business owner is now, even if it's not engaging, whether they have their own page or personal. Everybody's on. When it comes to building community and visibility, Facebook. And you want to grow community, you want to grow. Facebook is for you. And what is Facebook best for? Local business, services based brand, older and mixed age audience. Older and mixed age, Facebook is your key. So if you know, okay, my business is this and people want to talk to, then okay, fine, my strength should be on Facebook. Okay? Now if you look at this same Facebook, must do. You need to create a proper business page. Okay, then you post consistently, and what works for it? Stories, updates, and events. You join and engage on relevant local groups also too, so you can promote your page while doing that. So these are the things. Okay, fine, regardless of posting every other thing, this, if you could do this weekly, you would see how it's going to go. For Facebook itself, it's about community. If you want to grow your Facebook page, you need to find the community that works for you, and then you join. So you can't say, okay, I'm posting on Facebook and everything, and Facebook is more or less like give and take. It's what you give that Facebook will, okay, fine, no problem, and then you give, and the best way is through community. Okay, and still on Facebook, content that works behind the scene moments. Saying this, I kind of feel guilty for KTA, but we feel like it could be a lot, but for business startup, behind the scene works well for Facebook because people go there to just relax and just pass out time and everything. Customer testimonials, giveaway events, tell you see most of these influencers and everything. You really just stop it. Mostly on Facebook, photo album, product and services. Okay? Still on Facebook. So what is the pro tips you need to know? If you're posting, you need to target by location, interest, behavior. Like I said, these three things goes hand in hand. You need to know, okay, fine, this post I want to post, where am I targeting? The location, because you have to be everywhere. Okay, fine, this post, okay, the interest, and people who I want to see, what are their behaviors? How do they react to colors? How do they react to specific kind of words? And then what you do, you target people who already visited your page. Sometimes you post, I don't get like, I don't get comments. And I'm like, you don't get like, you don't like comments. But there's also an activities going on your post. Do you really check that? Your KPIs and everything. But we feel like, oh, that's what they like our page and everything. So you need to know, okay, fine, this person visited my profile. You check the person out and say, oh wow, if this person can visit my profile, potential clients, add it to your secondary avatar. And then you target them. Okay, it might be, oh, they really engage your post and everything, but because of time, the social is very short. Very, 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 very short. Very, very short. So you need to retarget for you to know. Okay? So the right strategy plus community. Emphasis on community. You need to know which community works for you. If you're in one, check this community I am on Facebook. Is it working for me? If you're not in one, you find communities. that works for you, and then you join. Okay, so the right strategy plus community equals to visibility that converts. Facebook isn't dead, but bad content is. People say, oh, Facebook is bad, then you know everything. But the main truth is, Facebook is not dead. Once you could get the right strategy and then you're in the right community, you'll be like, wow, I never knew Facebook is this. Okay, now we're looking at Instagram. You know, most of the time I see people, I remember when I started also, I do post blog articles in, and I was like, ah! When I read it, I was like, oh my goodness. So this is how Instagram really works. So Instagram is more storytelling. Okay, so Instagram is your best friend if you are a visual brand, especially if you sell products, promote a lifestyle, or you want to attract younger audience. They do say something, let me just put that trend. It's if you want to feel that pressure, if you feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough, and you want to like tell yourself, oh man, I'm still playing, come to Instagram. You will see things that will either make you feel happy or make you feel sad. Big time. Instagram is your key. So if you know, okay, fine, lifestyle is what you do, your strength is Instagram. Okay, so what's Instagram best for? Fashion, beauty, food, wellness, events, everything that has to do with lifestyle. Instagram is your tool, your one-to guide. Okay, Instagram is for you. Then creators, product-based brand, and lifestyle startup. And that also falls back to the first thing I mentioned. If you're into fashion, if you're into beauty, if you're into food, if you're a gym instructor, if you're an event planner, wedding planner, Instagram is for you. Okay, now most ways is post reels, post stories, carousel. Use highlights and the relevant hashtag 5 to 10 max. And of recent, I would say found I would say part of the top team of Instagram even said hashtag is dead. I was like, seriously? Not like I still people supposed to see like about give or take 15, 16 hashtags. And I'm like, it's not saying hashtag is dead, but the main truth is, if you look at those hashtags, most of the time, do we even really know how to use hashtags? We just copy the hashtag and paste. Are they really working? Let me use normal word. Are they turning blue? So you get, when you use this hashtag and you click on them, do you see how many people use these hashtags? Like when you use it, you see it there. But most of the time when you don't see it, you just push them. So just imagine 10,000 people use this post and then you're using the same hashtags. It's going to take time. That's why the man was like, hashtag is it's kind of dead, and he dropped some tools which is more or less like what I said in first. Reels, stories, and once you are following a particular pattern, the algorithm picks you up and they push you to the right audience. Then maintain a consistent look and feel. Most of the time when I go to some people's page, I get confused. What are these people really doing? Like, what are you doing? That's it, you don't have to be on every trend. This trend, you jump on it. The next one, you jump on it. You are confusing your audience big time. And people only buy when they trust you. So you don't want to end up pushing your customer. These people, I don't know what they're really doing. I know it's a brand, I like their design and everything, but I really don't get what they are doing. Okay? So content that works, tutorials and tips, motivation. Okay? Tutorials and user guide generated content. Okay, fine. This is how to produce table water. Okay? How do you use table water? Okay, I get the clean water, we pour it here, it's branded, we seal it up, this is how it works, this is how everything goes. User guide, customers want to know, okay, fine. They actually go to say, okay, fine, how do DIY, how do I do this myself? And then before and after, okay, fine, this is how I look before, but after using my product, this is how it turns out to be. Oh, I was having issues, but I could not wash my clothes alone, but after joining this, my clothes is not sparkling. This is how my clothes looked before when I was washing it before, but after entrusting my laundry to this agency, my clothes look this way. Okay, customers love packaging moments. Alright guys, I want to unbox something, this and that, and the rest. People like seeing that on Instagram. So these are the content that works. I feel like, okay, fine, how do I get to do this? Okay, I think I'll be doing this, I'll be doing that. These 4 things are what boosts your IG account. Okay, and if you do this consistently, back to back, let me use that word. But when I talk about back to back, people feel like, back to back every day. But it doesn't have to be every day. Okay? And then, what's the takeaway for Instagram? People come to Instagram to see, feel, and connect. So if you're not giving them the SFC, like I'll call it, then you're using Instagram the wrong way. Once people can see you, if they can't feel you, and if they can't connect with you, if they're not resolute, if they're not seeing themselves in you, if they're not seeing themselves in that product, then you're doing the wrong way. So when they want to create content on Instagram, okay, fine, I want people to see my brand. I want people not just to see it alone. I want them to feel. And then the major one, I want them to connect with my brand. Okay, your vision should tell your story, not just your product. Okay, now we are moving to X. Like someone also say the Amway platform. If you want to get trend stuff and everything, X is your guy. So X is where people talk, think, and what. If you want to trend, X is for you. And of which time to just even set up an X account and it's like, okay, fine, let's see. But for talk, thinking, conversation, and everything, X is your guy. Okay, and it is perfect for founders, thought leaders, and startups. You just come, just tweet something, and before you know, TTT. Like that, but that's how X can be. I was going through an X account one time and I saw it. I was like, oh, I really did not mean it to. I was like, but that's X for you. Okay, so if you're on X, what's best for it? SaaS and startups. Okay, founders and business voices. You want to get ahead? X is for you. Thoughtful leadership. You're a leader, a founder, or you're more into everything has to do with thoughts and leaderships. News, education tips, and in a nutshell, I'll just say everything has to do with conversation. Okay, what people to build conversation for you, and you want to see, okay, fine, I want to see this really fly. Or basically, if you're someone like someone like me who reflect a lot in the evening, and I want to start, putting out my thoughts online, X is my guy. But because I feel like, can I really manage X now? No. What should I do? Just let me just, put it out there. But if I really want to put my thought and really want to see other people who are thinking like me, who want to give me feedback and everything, X is my go-to. Okay, so must do basics. You share threads, outtakes, or insights. Okay, you post 2-4 times daily, which is not really necessary, but at least. Okay, and then you respond to threads and follow convo. Then use quotes, put, tag relevant people when you're posting. If you want to get engagement, these are the most do basics for your X account. Okay, so content that works, opinion posts. If you look at X, you're like, most of these trending things you see are from X, and then people just bring it to that. But when you look at the roots, you just see opinion, tips and short trends, mini case studies rather, and links with real value. Okay, so you're posting anything on X, it has to be valuable, very, very, very valuable to the core. Okay, so and what I take away for X? Reply, retweet, quote tweet. That's just it. You reply. Once you get commented, once you get someone who like I'm leaving this today, you retweet, you quote tweet, and this build visibility fast on X. If you could do this, if you could reply, retweet, quote tweet, forget you're good to go. Okay, and don't just post, participate. When you post, just go, I post for the day, let me just back off. Okay, and this also goes for every social media platform too. Okay, you don't just post and then I post for today. Let's just go. We don't post. Okay, now let's move to LinkedIn. I just say very serious brand. LinkedIn for serious people. So LinkedIn is not just for job seekers. You almost feel like, it's for professional people, but it's actually a gold mine for business owners, service providers too, and startup founders who wants to build authority and earn trust. See, if you want to show beyond on Google so fast, create a LinkedIn page, and then it provides all what you've known about LinkedIn, and you just see 3, 4, 1 month When people get to search on you, you say your profile pops up. So that's why I said LinkedIn is a good mine. But most people don't know. Just like I would say, I think I think it's Ocean State, for good and the rest. And then you get to, I just always say something like, oh, if I had known that I have good, I would have just dig that place off and like move one or two. But that's the same thing that goes with LinkedIn. Most people don't really know, so it becomes an issue. So I'm telling you now that LinkedIn is a good mine. It's not just for only job seekers. You don't have to go, okay, I'm hiring. Let's go set up LinkedIn. Okay, so what is about this LinkedIn? Best for B2B businesses. Okay, coaches, consultants, service providers, founders and team leads, anyone offering professional or premium services. LinkedIn is your go-to. Okay, and then content that works. Personal business stories. I've been back with that recently. Okay, oh fine. This is my challenges as a business owner. I want to cut and the rest. Lessons learned and insights. It really goes. When I look at the KPIs of the post I made of recent and everything, usually most people I don't like the engagement. When I see the KPIs, the reach, and then people view my profile after seeing, I was like, oh wow, nice. Behind the scene of your work, testimonials of clients, simple thought of leadership posts. This works well for LinkedIn. Okay, so pro tips. What are those tips? So people do business with people they know. Okay, you see some people tell you, oh, I've been using Closer for the past 10 years. Not because they want to use, but they are familiar with, like I said, if people can't connect with you, they can't do business with you. Okay, so they know, like, and trust. They want to see your face, your voice, and the value you are showing. So once you could achieve all of that, then that's okay. I think this is how it's going to go. So just to be sure, if you're really getting tips, if you're really getting insight on this, can you use the chat box and then drop your reaction? If you're getting, simply just drop your reaction so I get to know that I'm communicating and I'm not just speaking to myself. Okay, let me know. Alright, so what are the insights for LinkedIn? What are the insights for LinkedIn? LinkedIn is where trust meets traffic. If people can trust you, they buy from you. In fact, every business owner, every professional now, they ask, oh, onto your LinkedIn profile. And then by the time they say, oh, okay, this person posting this, okay, find this person do. Okay, I think we can move. Okay, so choosing the right platform for your business. You need to choose the right platform that works for your business. You need to choose the right platform. You see, I'm like, you need to choose. You don't have to be everywhere. Just know what works. Okay, you have seen what Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X can do. It's time to ask. I've just gone through Facebook, Instagram, and X. Let's ask ourselves this question. Okay, where are your customers most active? Where? Okay, fine, you've talked about this, you've talked about that one, but where are they most active? Okay, what platform fits your lifestyle showing up consistency? I've explained the 4 platforms. You need to ask yourself, okay, where? And next question is, do you offer virtual products or personal services? You don't just say, okay, fine, because I've explained all of this, okay, I think I can work with this. But this question is a question you need to ask yourself before pushing. Either as a founder, a business owner, a social media manager, an individual who wants to take his or her social media life serious, you need to know. And will you post regular or focus more on ads? Okay, will you focus more on ads or you want to post regular? You need to know these questions. You don't try to master everything, every platform at once. You start from somewhere. Okay, you start from somewhere. Okay, you don't need to just, oh, I want to work with Facebook, I want to work, and my people, what people say, success doesn't come from being everywhere, it comes from being consistent somewhere. Okay, and how do you pick your focus platform? How do you pick your focus platform? Let's break it down in simple. Now you've known the platform. Now, how do you get to it? So now I want to break down our weekly posting plan. Okay, with stress free. Okay, so just simple stress free weekly posting formula. Let's go there. You don't need to post every day. Stay consistent. or just need clear structure. So I will build a 3-2-1 framework system that you could revive, that you could make use of. Okay, the 3 values to post: tips, storytelling, tutorials, experts, show helpful knowledge. Storytelling, tutorials, expert insight. You need to show helpful knowledge. Okay, that's 3. 2, engagement posts. Cool question memes behind the scene. This sparks conversation and builds community. And then the 1 is CTA. Your post must have these 3 things. Okay, your post must have the 3 of them. Now, when it comes to visuals, most of that, but how do I come up with visuals and everything? How do I go about all of this? They're looking at smart tools for consistency, captions, and those free tools you could use. We have ChatGPT, we have Canva, and then we have Buffer. You don't need a third party. You just know how to use all of this, and then you are good to go. What about design tools? Canva, very easy to use. CapCut for your video. And if you want to get stock images, you could use, just go online and search stock images, and then you could get a lot of platforms you could use. For content creation, we call ChatGPT, what everybody uses these days, Copy AI, Answer the Public, and Google Trends. If you really want to know what people are talking about your brand, okay, or if you want to go to your niche, you want to know people in my industry, what are they talking about you, so you can cover this. Google Trends is your go-to guide. Okay, then analysis tool. This 4 platform has their analytics. Okay, where you get to know the likes, the comments, and the 4 platforms are good to go. Facebook and Insights shares insights. Okay, now metrics that matters. Not every like means progress, and to know what is working, tracks right numbers, not just vanity the stats. Okay, now Meta and Facebook, save, share, profile. This is what you should know. People who save, people who share, and people who visit your profile. These are things you should know. For LinkedIn, reaction, comment, and profile view, you need to know. Okay, people who react, people who comment, people who visit the profile. Most people won't react, most people won't comment, but they'll visit the profile. Most people will like, will comment, and the rest. Okay, now powerful free tools that boost visibility online. This is the major one for those of us who have physical businesses. That's business profile for visibility. If you have a physical business location, you need to have a Google business profile. Let me even show you. Even if you feel like, oh, but what if I don't have a static office? If they can't put it there, they have a look at this thing, and what if it's not good? Any business you want, you need to be on Google. Okay, and Google now has this feature whereby they'll ask you, do your business have an office, have an address or not? If it doesn't have an address, go ahead and put. Okay, it helps your search locally. Okay, so like I said, Google business profile. Every businesses must have a Google business profile. Okay, and what can you do with it? Show up on Google search and map, add your website location, product content, and the rest. It's very, very, very easy to use, and something that is free. You don't have to pay. Okay, and this keeps your profile, and you keep your profile updated. Ask loyal customers to leave review for you. The customers you're engaging with and everything. Okay, fine, I have a Google business, but can you give a 5-star review for me? Can you do this for me? It's very, very easy to use. Okay, now you've known what to do. I've explained social media. Now you've known, okay, fine, this is how to actually go. This is how Facebook works. This is how Instagram acts. You know all of these things. Now we've dropped briefly the tips and tools, everything. Now the main question is, but will you actually do it? You know, will you actually do this? Okay, fine, I've explained Facebook, I've explained IG, I've explained Instagram, I've explained X, I've explained LinkedIn, but will you actually do all of these things? You know, and one thing I need to tell you is that it takes time, consistency, and creative week after week. Okay, it takes time. So if you keep pushing social media away, but that doesn't mean you need to push social media away. That this thing takes time to grow, but let me just leave it second. If you keep doing it the way, it means you're like I said earlier, you're just pushing yourself out of opportunities. Okay, and that's why we're able to divide both of them. What the things you can do yourself and the things you can outsource. So as I said, play on your strengths and delegate the rest. You need to okay, fine. I think I can create content myself. I can do videos and the rest, and that's what we got tips on what you could do yourself, what you can handle. Okay, you can talk to your audience. You can share your brand value. You can film quick videos about your products. You can use Canva campaign and the rest. These are things you could do yourself. But things that you can outsource, consistent content planning. Because tell me, how will you be dealing with your product and everything? I want to think, oh, I'm not supposed to do okay, let me post, and then you can outsource this. Okay, you could professional post design. You could hire a graphic designer. Running ads, everybody's not. Oh, I used to wonder that I can run ad, but we don't do this. You can outsource it, and now oh, you can run ad. Why is my ad not converting? You get a professional. Then analytics. Most of them feel like, oh, when people just likes and comment, then our post is doing well. But you need to get an analytics to say, okay, fine, to profile your page. Okay, this is how my page is. This is how it's doing, and this is how it's going to. You could implement and know what best to do. And the major thing, start small. Start small. Okay? Every outsourcing, just 20%, even if it's 20% of your business, even if it's 20% of your business, you can outsource it. Okay? Outsource 20% of your business, and then you can do the rest yourself. Okay? Trusted brand and agency that could help you work. We took our time and looked at Nigerian brand that could help you work. These are brand of flag. Yes, Anaco, WDC, Y Fusion, all of these brands can help you work. But here's the big question now. What if your growth could spark someone else? Okay, now you decide to take social media life serious, but just because you decide to take your online presence serious, someone's life is being touched. I want to just take that pause and like just reflect. What if your goals could spark curiosity? Okay, imagine it. Just think. Okay, fine. I want to like go on social media videos, and then someone's life is touched. Someone's life is is being transformed, and that's what KTA do exactly. As KTA, we go beyond content, campaigns, and codes. We go beyond. We invest part of every project into training and empowering Nigerians. Okay, yes, our business goes and everything, but we go beyond it. That's what we said we are your growth partner. Okay, and why it matters, over 60% of unemployed Nigerians are youth aged from 15 to 35, and more than 1 to 4 of them are out for work and learning digital skill, but there's no way for them to show. Okay, so KTA provides the opportunity for every youngster to become something. So when you work with us, you are not just outsourcing your work, but you are funding training, mentorship, and job experience that actually change lives. Okay, so when you say, okay, fine, you're delegating and say, okay, fine, on partner of KTA, okay, you are not just, okay, fine, this is just only, but your business as a whole is transforming a life. Okay, and then basically what we do, like I just say, when people ask, oh, what's KTA all about? I tell them we empower growth through that's my post, impacts people. That's it. KTA, in a nutshell, what we just say is we empower growth through innovation. The KTA way. And what's that KTA way? We give you that, like most people say, oh, tech is dead. Most of the time for individuals, oh, if you come to tech, you make the money and everything. But when there's no experience, you just see them start using that tech skill in a negative way. So what we do is, oh, you have to text and everything. You come in. So when we get to work on a project, we transform lives. Okay, we could give people the zeal to say, okay, fine, so you could learn, and by the time you are done and you're good, you could actually come show your skill and your talent with helping business owners. So it's a two-way. Your brand is growing, and also life is being transformed also too. Okay, so as Confirm Tech Africa, we have startups and small business like yours. Forget the cliche and everything. Oh, it's giving big. Oh, fine. Our main target is small businesses like yours. So what is it that you do? Tell us, and then we'll bring it to life for you. Okay, so brand visibility, attract quality leads, get results without stress. That's what we do. And the good part of it is this: we are actually offering a free strategy session. Okay, you just send us a DM, reach out to us. Okay, fine. I'll tell about your business, regardless of anything you do. Okay, we're going to schedule a free strategy session, and then we walk you through. And then, like I say, we project your life 5 years. We project your business 5 years from now. How will it look? and then start acting on it from now. Baby steps. So you can book a free strategy section with us. Okay, and let's figure out what's slowing your business down and how to fix it smartly. Okay? Now, but we're coming up to the end and we just want to recap what are those things you need to take away from this. You don't need a full team to show up smart online. Baby steps, like I said. Pick platform that work best for you. Use free tools, ChatGPT, Buffer, Google Trends, and use free tools that works for you. And then you want simple ads that convert. People say you want to run ad, you need to have about 150k and the rest. I feel like, yes, but what's it 10k? Try out with it and see, and then you build with it. Not everything needs to be DIY. Start small, but think smart. Okay, when you feel like, okay, I can do this on myself, but I can't do this on myself, because the way you present yourself matters a lot. So you need to know, this works for me, this does not work for me. Then you could tell the difference. Okay, now growth is equals to visibility plus trust plus consistency. Okay, now what is the final tips? Start with what you can manage, but don't stay stuck there. Identify what you can manage. Okay, I can do this one, then start with it, but that doesn't mean you kill yourself there. Okay, and to make this really go, we created a free resources. You can check your mail. You've been getting a mail from us, and then you can see a link to our free digital marketing ebook where you could see all what has been said, brochures and the rest. You could also go through them, and there's also like going to be recording that's going to be shared also too. And then we're dropping weekly resources to also help you to your mail. And then there's a community which we've built. If you've not joined, you could check your mail, and we'll be sending out a mail where you could join the community also too, whereby we get to grow and you get to get insights from experts. Okay, so I don't know if you have any questions. If you have any questions you want to ask, you can feel free to ask. Okay, if you have any question, feel free to ask. If you have any question you want to ask, you could drop in the chat box and then you can ask. If you have any question you can ask, you could ask. Okay, so I'm taking questions. If you have any question at all based on all what we've said, okay, fine, you've talked about all of this, but I'm still trying to figure out this. You could drop a question so we get to answer it together and see how best we could go. Or but if you feel like, okay, fine, I'm trying to articulate my question and I think I want to go, it's fine. You could also ask them in the strategy section too. Okay, anytime you could reach out to us, anytime you could ask now. You could send us a DM. We are able to answer those questions, and then we could walk you through. Like I said, we are your good partner. Okay, so any questions? Okay, you need a free strategy session. Alright, so you can reach out to us via our contact info on social media, or you can send us you could go to just type Confirm Tech Africa and you get our contact information there, and then you can reach out to us. Our team is going to respond to you and then schedule a free strategy session with you soonest. Okay, so you can just reach out to us. We are on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we are on LinkedIn, and we are also on X, and we're also on Google Business Profile too. Okay, so you could drop question on the Google Business Profile and then we'll reach out, and you could also drop a message to our mail, which is confirmtechafrica@gmail.com. Okay, let's keep building Africa brand that wins online. Okay, let's keep building. We're Africans, we need to dominate online space, but like I did with baby steps. Okay, now remember, smart visibility creates real results when done right. Okay, I'll say it again. Smart visibility creates real results when done right. Okay, I think that will be what I take away. Just remember, anything you're doing, once you're doing it well, it creates results. Okay. Alright, so just go on Google and just type Confirm Tech Africa. You're gonna get all our information online. Okay. We're on Facebook, we're on IG, we're on LinkedIn, and we're on X. But basically, you could reach out to us directly from our Google Business Profile, where you could get all our information there, and then you could reach out. Our WhatsApp numbers are there, our social media links are there. You could reach out via this link, and our team would reach out to you immediately and then schedule a strategy session with you. Okay, so thank you guys for joining. For those of us who find our time to join, thank you. And like I said, this is our first time we're going live, and we'll begin times we go doing this more often and see how it come up the best way to help your brand and also personal life grow. And for those of us who will be watching the replay, please take your time and then go through this and see one or two you could leave, and then you could also drop in a comment section if what stood out for you and the insight that works for you. Alright guys, thank you very very much. Thanks for joining, and then we'll be calling it a wrap. Like I said, we remain Confirm Tech Africa, and I remain Victor Emmanuel Prince, your host for our first time going live on YouTube. Okay, our first time going live on YouTube, and we can't wait to do this the more. We can't wait to share. But like I said, majorly, everything you do, go with this smart visibility. Really is smart visibility creates real results when done right. Alright, so one of our members of our team just dropped a link where you get to drop a review on how the webinar is done. So if you're joining us live, you could access the link. If you're going to watch the replay, you could also access the link and then you could drop the review. Alright guys, thank you very very much, and God bless you. Alright, so bye guys, see you guys next time.